Hi there. Today we are going to make some deep fried mushrooms, coated mushrooms, and deep fried coated cheese. We are going to make a very nice veggie mushroom, carrots, and spring onion rice, and a nice dipping to all this. I have the rice here. I already washed the rice. I'm just going to add the rice to the veggies. I'm going to add a little bit of oil, salt, pepper, and cover and let them steam together. Alright, for the coating I have some wheat flour. I have 5 or 6 eggs. If you need, you can, or if I'm gonna need it, I always can add some more eggs to it because I have plenty of mushrooms. And I have some breadcrumbs, not panko breadcrumbs, but regular classical one, European one or American, because it goes better with the fried cheese. It's coating better the fried cheese and the mushrooms. To the rice I'm going to add, I have some veggie stock, and I'm going to add that and a tiny bit of oil, sunflower oil, and I'm going to start cooking it. If you have some veggie stock, chicken stock, it's always better to use it than to add water to it. And because I used this cup for measurement for the rice, I'm going to add 2 cups of 1 cup of stock, 1 cup of water. Sunflower oil, I'm going to add some olive oil. I've got some nice olive oil from Italy, from my family over there, so this is what I'm going to add. Especially that we are cooking, we are not frying, so the olive oil is going to give an extra flavor to it. I like to cook a little bit the veggies together before I add the rice, but in this case I want to cook all together, so the veggies and mushroom is going to keep some of the flavors. At the end I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. Sunflower oil. Don't be shy, use oil enough to cover the mushroom, at least 3/4 of the mushrooms that they are going to be coated, so in that way they are going to fry nice and evenly. The coating process, we put the mushroom first in the wheat flour, then we mix them nicely in eggs. We have some salt, black pepper in the flour and on the eggs also, nicely. You can do that with the help of a fork also, if you don't want to get messy. And then we add the coating. We put them to rest a little bit until the oil is going to be hot enough. So we go through this process with all the mushrooms, and it's good to have prepared a plate where you put the already coated mushrooms, in case you see that the coat is not thick enough, or if you want to have thicker coat, you can add a little bit more You can dip them again in egg and breadcrumbs. Okay, part of the mushrooms are frying nicely here. I have the other bowl. So yeah, the big one is double coated, but I like them just once coated, so the rest of them they are once coated. I made the double coated just to see how does it look like at the end in case you want that way. You can see they start to fry nicely. You can turn them. You cannot imagine what a wonderful taste they have. Make sure that you adjust all the time the heat so they don't get burned, but they are going to cook nicely and evenly, nice, red and crispy. When they start to get ready, they have to look this way. Mamma mia. Okay, they're frying slowly, nicely. This is coated also and fried. Look at there. You see, the big one needs a little bit more time. But don't be afraid, it's going to be as good as the little ones. A little bit more for this one, and then the second batch is coming. Always use a plate or something with a paper towel, so the excess of oil is going to be soaked by the paper. Some people like to double coat it on flour, egg and breadcrumbs again, but I say that why we should use so much flour is good if once we put it on flour, and second time is enough the egg and the breadcrumbs, right? So there you go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. While the second batch of the mushrooms are frying, you see the big one is still there, while the rest of them are here. Look at the rice. Sorry for the oops. You see, amazing. Deep frying the mushrooms, the breadcrumbs had this kind of residuals because of the mixture of eggs and flour, so it's good to rinse a little bit, and then you can reuse what is left. You can add some more to start to make the deep fried cheese. So we have here I have a block of cheese. You have to choose one which is not the soft, very soft one, but not one that it's very, very hard, because then you go both ways, or it's going to melt all over, or it's going to not cook through it. That's why this is it's a Norwegian cheese called Norwegia, and I slice them to this kind of slices, thick slices, not too thin but not too thick, because if you are going to coat them and fry them, you want to feel the cheese taste also, and you want to melt nicely. So if it is too thick, then it's not going to melt, because it's not cooking through it. If it's too thin, because of the coating, you're not going to feel the flavor of it. So try to choose in between very soft and very hard cheese, please. Also, before hold it, keep it in the fridge before you start to, not in a freezer but in the fridge, so it gives a strength to the cheese also before you start to coat and fry. I'm saying that I know most of the people, they keep the cheese in the fridge, but me and few others, we keep the cheese outside, not in the fridge. I have this nice butter holder, but I don't keep the butter here, but I keep the cheese in under this, so on the same time it matures. So let's coat and start to fry. The same process like with the mushroom. We are going to take the flour and then eggs, and then I am going to, actually I did with the mushrooms the same story, just for you to see the difference. This is the double coated mushrooms, not only the big one but these ones, and this is the single coated. I did this time to show you that actually it's much thicker coat on it, and it's not necessary, because as you can see, single coated, it's also covering very nice and it's frying very well. But just to show you the difference, I did it this time that way. So I'm going to do the same process while I'm going to heat the oil, and we start to fry the cheese. Make sure the oil, it is hot but not too hot, so it's not going to burn the coating, but it's going to give a nice golden color like this, and on the same time it's going to cook through it. Start to do 2 or 3 deep fried veggies or things like I did. I'm going to do cheese and mushrooms, and you see that the oil, it starts to get bubbly. That means that the oil is exhausted. So please change the oil, wash the dish you are going to deep fry the rest of the things, in our case the cheese, and add some new sunflower oil or whatever you prefer, but make sure that it is, don't do it with olive oil, because olive oil is not going to heat properly too much, and make sure that it is a good quality oil. The healthy meal, eating healthy, taking care of your body, is not only what we are eating, but also how it is prepared, how it is cooked. So let's add a little bit more oil here. Unfortunately, when we make some deep fry things, the same with tempura, the same with this, you need oil enough to cover the dish, but actually it's not stays on it. As you can see, they are dry, they are nice, crispy. For example, the mushrooms. Now we are heating the oil, and we start to add the cheese. Okay, I already started to fry the first 2 slices of cheese, and I have the rest of them coated here. I need to coat 2 or 3 more, and there you go. Don't be scared if here and there a little bit of cheese is going to pop out. It's not a big problem. Stay calm. We are not an industrial kitchen, and if you are going to try this dish, you obviously you are doing at home, so you're not going to cook in an industrial kitchen, where actually you have more facilities. However, this is going to be as good as it can be. Soon it's going to be ready, and the first two slices, and then yeah, so I'm just going to say don't worry about it. Also, in case you are going to have different kind of allergies, you know that at least in Norway you can buy now vegetarian or not vegetarian but cheese from vegetables. Instead of breadcrumbs you can use mandel crumbs, for example, and instead of flour you can use any other kind of flour, mandel flours, I mean almond flours, or almonds, or sesame flour, or there are so many substitutes now. So you can try and do this definitely. The first two slices are there, ready, and two more to come. As you can see, a little bit of cheese popped out here and there, but it tastes very good and it's very nice. Don't panic, don't worry about it. If you don't like, you can just cut it off, but I tell you not to, because it is very good. Also, if you have vegan or vegetarian friends, you can cook this for them, and then in case you have more people coming to dinner, and you always have a B plan for somebody who is going to say, oh, I have this kind of allergy or that kind of allergy. However, I always ask my guests if they are coming, if somebody is vegetarian, is vegan, if they have any kind of allergies, so I have no problems or surprises in case. It's not their fault, it's just a situation that can be avoided. I also tell them what kind of oil I am using it, because as you know, there are many people who can get a very bad reaction to the almond oil, for example, or butter or nuts. And yeah, it's not a big deal, guys and ladies and gentlemen. It's not a big deal to try to please the others. So let's keep an eye on everybody's special needs, in case they are people who have special needs, especially if they are our friends, and especially if we invite them in our home. I always like to have my family and friends feeling when they are in my home, to feel themselves like at home, in their home, and it's always appreciated, respected, and they are very happy because of that. So let's see the rest of the cheese. A little trick: in case you have some leftover egg and leftover breadcrumbs, you add a little bit of flour, add the crumbs to the egg, add a little bit of flour, mix them well, and you're going to have a type of pancake which you fried it out, and it's also very tasty for you. Is the cook's special, let's say it that way. So when you finish with everything, that is your bite that you are going to eat before starting to clean the kitchen. These other two. Oh la la. almost done. They popped up a little bit, but I have no problem with that. Mixed egg, breadcrumbs and flour, so I'm going to fry it at the end. The fried cheese slices, coated cheese slices are ready. As you see, I put over every layer of cheese a new layer of paper towel, so the oil is going to be sucked in and they are going to be nice and crispy. And now we are going to add to the oil this mix that I was talking about, and I'm going to show you how does it look like at the end. This is the way it looks like when it's frying, and yeah, until this is going to be ready, I'm going to show you how to make a quick dipping, a mix of mayo and sour cream, a little bit of black pepper and salt, so it's not going to be only mayonnaise, but it's not going to be a tartar sauce. I used 1 tube of mayonnaise, a half glass of or cup of sour cream, and I'm going to use some very nice 5-pepper mix in it. There you go. And I like to add, it's not necessary, but I like to add a little bit of olive oil to it and mix them well. I didn't told you the amount because there are people who likes to use more mayonnaise. There are people who likes to use a little bit more sour cream. In my case, I like half, so you just do it after your taste, please. Just turned that pancake that I made from leftovers, so this is the way it looks like. And now I let the other side to fry, and when it's gonna be ready, as you see, I already covered the cheese. I'm gonna put them on top of the cheese, so it's going to soak the extra oil it has, the excessive oil it has. To this dipping, I had to add a pinch of salt, and I am going to add a spoon of homemade pesto. I mentioned to you before that I used to make my own homemade pesto because I like to play a little bit. Many times I don't use pine seeds, or but I like to use sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds, and many times I like to use pumpkin oil instead of olive oil. Obviously it's gonna taste differently than the classic pesto. This one is a classic pesto, and that's the reason why I also added a little bit of olive oil with balsamic vinegar, just a drop. So believe me, this is such a wonderful dip, and it's easy to make, and everybody will like it. Don't forget, in case somebody have allergy, you can always buy or make mayonnaise from vegetables, and you always have the vegan sour cream or vegetarian, depend who what. Okay, this pancake is ready, so we are going to rest it a little bit here. We are going to cover it with a paper towel, so we extract the extra oil, and we are going to taste soon everything. So we are going to taste a little bit of everything. This is the deep fried coated cheese, mushroom, and this is the pancake I made, which is my bonus, my prize. Let's see. Mamma mia. Very, very good. Not too salty, not too much pepper. Let's see the rice. Wow. It will be perfect even if you are going to eat it just that way with all these beautiful vegetables, but with a little bit of sauce from dipping, it's even better. Let's taste the mushroom. There you go. You see the mushroom, how beautiful it's cooked. Oh my god. And because it's coated, it kept all the flavor a mushroom can have. It's a champignon mushroom. So we are going to cut this, to slice this cheese. There you go, guys. Look at this beauty. It's soft, it's melting, but it's not too soft. It's absolutely how I want it to be. Please. I'm sorry. Please try this recipe. I promise you are going to be so happy with it, and your family is going to be even more happy. I wish you a very nice day. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and see you at my next video. Bye bye.